Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Aisel. Today I'm going to tell you a story that a lot of you might have heard or read about before, which is the Little Red Riding Hood. So please listen and enjoy. Once upon a time, there was a lovely little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. She had this name because her grandmother gave her a little red hood that she wore every day. Her grandmother really loved her. One day, her mother said to her, "Little Red Riding Hood, please bring this basket of food to your grandmother's. Be careful on the way and do not leave the path." "Don't worry, Mom, I'll be careful." Then she sets off on her way to her grandmother's. Her grandmother lived in a village on the other side of the wood. As Little Red Riding Hood entered the wood, a wolf met her. She had never seen a wolf before, so she didn't know they were dangerous. "Good day, Little Red Riding Hood. My name is Wolf. Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too." "Where are you going, Little Red Riding Hood?" "To my grandmother's house." "Where does she live?" "She lives in a village on the other side of the wood, over there. It's the first house in the village." Then Wolf walked next to Little Red Riding Hood. "Look at all those pretty flowers. Why don't you pick some for your grandmother?" Little Red Riding Hood looked and saw all the pretty flowers. She ran off the path and started picking a bunch of flowers for her grandmother. Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to grandmother's house and knocked on the door. "Knock, knock, knock. Who's there?" "Little Red Riding Hood. I have some food for you. Please open the door." As grandmother opened the door, the wolf quickly jumped in and pushed grandmother into the closet. "Help! Please, let me out!" "Shut up and stay in the closet." The wolf put on grandma's dress, cap, and glasses and got into grandmother's bed. After Little Red Riding Hood had picked a bunch of flowers for grandmother, she finally arrived at grandmother's house. She saw the open door and called out, "Good morning." There was no answer. She slowly went into the bedroom and saw her grandmother lying on the bed, looking very strange. "Grandmother, what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my dear." "But grandmother, what big eyes you have." "All the better to see you with, my child." "But grandmother, what large hands you have." "All the better to hug you with." "Oh, but grandmother, what a terrible big mouth you have." "All the better to eat you with." The wolf jumped out of bed and wanted to eat Little Red Riding Hood. She shouted loudly and tried to run away. Just then, a hunter was passing by their house. He heard Little Red Riding Hood's cry and went inside the grandmother's house. "Go away, wolf!" He shot the wolf with his bow. The wolf ran away, and Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother lived happily ever after. That was the end of the story. So folks, remember, not all people that you can trust. Some of them can plan on doing bad things to you. Just be careful on picking people who you want to believe or trust. That's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.